Chapter 1: The Collapse. Dr. Elara Voss had spent the last 6 months aboard the Deep Space Research Station Orion 7, studying gravitational anomalies near a black hole's accretion disk. The station, a massive structure of reinforced titanium and plasma-shielded glass, was designed to withstand extreme cosmic forces, until it didn't. The first tremor was subtle, a faint vibration in the deck plating. Then came the alarms. Klaxons blared as the station's AI, Cal, announced in its calm synthetic voice. Critical structural failure detected. Evacuate immediately. Elara sprinted toward the escape pods, but the corridor ahead twisted violently. Metal groaned, and the ceiling collapsed, sealing her in darkness. Dust choked her lungs as she fumbled for her wrist comm. Mayday! This is Dr. Elara Voss. I'm trapped in Sector D. Static hissed in response. The station's comms were dead. A jagged piece of debris had torn through her suit, embedding itself in her side. Blood pooled beneath her. She was going to die here, alone in the void. Chapter 2: The Whisper in the Dark. 3 light-years away, aboard the salvage vessel Iron Mule, Captain Jace Rourke was drifting in cryo-sleep when the dream came. A woman's voice, desperate, trembling, echoed in his mind. "Please, someone, help me." Jace jolted awake, gasping. His crewmate, Dex, frowned at him from the pilot's seat. "Bad dream." Jace rubbed his temples. "No. A signal." Dex scoffed. "We're in dead space. No signals out here." But Jace knew what he'd heard. He recalibrated the ship's long-range scanners, filtering out cosmic noise. And then there it was. Faint repeating pulse. Not radio. Not any known frequency. It was thought. "Set a course," Jace ordered. "Now." Chapter 3: The Rescue. The Iron Mule reached Orion. 12 hours later. The station was a mangled wreck, its hull breached in multiple places. Jace suited up, ignoring Dex's protests. "You're risking your life for a ghost," Dex shouted. Jace didn't answer. He felt her. Inside the ruined station, gravity fluctuated wildly. Jace navigated collapsed corridors, guided by the woman's voice growing louder in his mind. Finally he found her, buried under rubble, barely conscious. Elara's eyes fluttered open as Jace lifted the debris. "You heard me," she whispered. "Yeah," Jace said, securing her to his harness. "Loud and clear." Chapter 4: The Truth. Back aboard the Iron Mule, Elara's wounds were treated, but the mystery remained. How had Jace heard her? Tests revealed the answer. The black hole's gravitational waves had warped space-time, creating a temporary psychic link between their minds. A 1 in a billion fluke. Elara stared at Jace. "You saved me because the universe let you hear me," Jace smirked. "Or maybe I was just listening when no one else was." Epilogue. Months later, Orion 7 was declared lost. But Elara, now recovered, stood beside Jace on the bridge of the Iron Mule, watching the stars. "What now?" she asked. Jace grinned. "Now, Doc, we find out who else is out there, calling." And as the ship jumped to hyperspace, neither of them noticed the faint new whisper in the dark. Chapter 5: The New Signal. The Iron Mule hummed steadily as it cut through the void, its engines a low thrum against the silence of space. Elara sat in the co-pilot's seat, her fingers tracing the edges of a datapad filled with gravitational wave readings. The anomaly that had connected her mind to Jace's was unlike anything documented in astrophysics. Jace leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, watching the star trails blur past. "You ever wonder if we were meant to find each other?" Elara glanced at him, raising an eyebrow. You mean like fate? Nah, Jace chuckled. More like, the universe has a twisted sense of humor. A sharp beep from the comm panel interrupted them. Dex, who had been tinkering with the ship's thruster alignment, frowned. That's not a standard frequency. Elara's pulse quickened. She recognized the sound, the same erratic pulse pattern that had carried her own desperate plea across light years. Jace sat forward, his expression darkening. Play it. Static hissed then. Voice. Faint. Broken. Anyone, please, they're coming. Elara's blood ran cold. That's not a distress call. That's a warning. Chapter 6. The Hidden Threat. The signal's origin point was impossible. It's coming from inside the black hole's event horizon, Dex muttered, shaking his head. Nothing escapes that. Not even light. Jace exhaled sharply. Then how are we hearing it? Elara's hands flew over the console, cross-referencing the data. Unless it's not from the black hole. It's being projected through it. The implications hit them all at once. Something or someone was using the black hole as a relay. And if they could send a message out, they could also be trying to get in. Jace's grip tightened on the controls. We need to report this. Elara hesitated. To who? The authorities will lock this down, call it a malfunction. But we know what we heard. Dex crossed his arms. So what's the play, Captain? Jace's gaze locked onto the coordinates flashing on the screen. We follow it. Chapter 7. Into the Unknown. The Iron Mule dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the black hole's influence, its hull groaning under the gravitational strain. Warning lights flickered as the ship's systems fought to compensate. On the view screen, the void itself seemed to ripple, as if something vast and unseen were stirring beneath the fabric of reality. Then, another signal. Stronger this time. Too late, they're here. A shadow moved against the stars. Not a ship. Not a natural phenomenon. Something alive. Elara's breath caught in her throat. Jace. He didn't hesitate. Punch it. The Iron Mule's engines roared as it veered away, just as the darkness behind them twisted, reaching. Epilogue. The echo continues. Weeks later, docked at a remote outpost, Jace and Elara sat in silence, the ship's logs wiped clean. No one would believe them. No one could. But as they stared into the void from the station's observation deck, Elara whispered, "What if that wasn't the only one?" Jace didn't answer, because deep down he already knew. Somewhere out there another voice was calling. And next time they might not be the only ones listening.